Good morning. Oh, see, these guys I expected that from. Let's try it one more time with a little more feeling. Good morning.
Good morning.
Much better. Well, you know, I was thinking that I've already got my opening line in May of 2015. At your commencement, we'll say it all began with Hurricane Irene. And we will remember an unusual move-in, to be sure. But in many ways, it really captures all that I like best about Brandeis. If you think about what made this unusual move-in work, and by the way, for those who keep track of the numbers, we moved in something to the north of 650 people on Saturday, where as of Thursday, the goal was to move in about 0 people on Saturday, because Sunday was move-in day. So the hallmark was flexibility. It was creativity, it was the remarkable energy level of our staff, of our underslept, over-caffeinated orientation leaders. I love you guys. It's about teamwork, it's about optimism, it's about remembering that none of us is as smart as all of us. And together, what we were able to pull off over the last couple of days is nothing short of remarkable. And you take your metaphors where you find them. Those of you who haven't lived through hurricanes before, you now know that when the hurricane passes, it doesn't just stop raining, it's just drop-dead gorgeous. So that there's a message in that too, that when you come through the storm and you come through the storm together, what you pick up with and what you run with is just extraordinary. You know, I'm not that far ahead of you in my Brandeis career. I started as president January 1st. I like to think of myself as a mid-year arrival last year. Member of the mid-year class from last January. And so in many ways, where I was a year ago, a little more than a year ago, was very close to where many of you were, making a decision about where you wanted to come to, what the next stage of your life was going to be, and we all made the same choice. And I think we made the right choice. You have chosen to come to a unique institution, an institution that is both a research university and a liberal arts college, a university and a place that is committed to social justice as one of our core values, and a place where you can be the person you are, or better put, become the person that you want to become. You know, I never say that college is the best 4 years of your life. I have to say I can't think of anything more morose than telling a group of young people that college is the best 4 years of your life. I'll tell you something, what the best 4 years of your life are is the one you're living and the next 3 coming. And the day that stops being true is a sad day. The day that you stop feeling that, right? That you want to always feel it's the year that you're in and the 3 coming. Now for you, that's the 4 years of college. And it is a unique 4 years, to be sure. It is an opportunity to be part of something bigger than yourselves and to connect with something bigger than yourselves. I will tell you now for the first time, I will tell you again 4 years from now at your commencement, and undoubtedly many times in between. You were an undergrad for 4 years, you are an alum for the rest of your life. As of today, you now transition into something bigger than all of us, the Brandeis family. And let me tell you a little bit about some of the members of that family you now join as members of the Brandeis community. Our family includes such visionary educational leaders as Deborah Beal, who was the founder of Posse Foundation and a MacArthur Genius Grant. It includes university presidents such as Arthur Levine, the former president of Columbia University Teachers College, Judy Shapiro is the former president of Barnard, Bob Zimmer, president of the University of Chicago, and of course my predecessor, Yehuda Reinhardt, the 7th president of Brandeis University. Your fellow future alumni include scholars such as Roderick McKinnon, who's a Nobel Prize winner, David Oshinsky, Pulitzer Prize winner, Michael Sandel, the genius teacher of justice at Harvard, Michael Walser, political theorist and professor emeritus at the Institute of Advanced Study at Princeton. Leaders in the world of arts, David Crane and Marta Kaufman, probably better known to you as the creators of Friends, which actually found its beginnings with 2 Brandeis kids sitting around and saying, what do you think we ought to write about? That worked out okay. Deborah Messing from Will and Grace, Marshall Hershkovitz from Traffic and The Last Samurai, and for the parents in the room and me, 30-something. 3 of you acknowledge that. Thank you very much. Jonathan Landau, who you don't think you know, but you do. He is the producer and manager of a guy named the Boss, Bruce Springsteen. In the world of art, Gary Tintereau down at the Met, and Adam Weinberg, the curator and director at the Whitney Museum of Modern Art in New York. In the world of politics, Judge Naomi Rice Buchwald, U.S. District Court in New York, Angela Davis, political and social activist, former Congressman Steve Solars, the former Deputy Prime Minister of Bulgaria, and the former Prime Minister of Iceland. In the media, Mitch Albom, who you'll know from Tuesdays with Maury, Pora Absal, who was a senior executive producer of Nova, Tom Friedman, who has given us his insights and wisdom in so many different issues, and whom I always read on the op-ed page, don't always agree, but Tom always gives me something to think about. Walt Mossberg, probably the best technology writer around today for the Wall Street Journal. I could go on, but I'll leave you a couple of athletes to round us out. Nelson Figueroa pitches with the Houston Astros. Sorry for the Astro fans for their season, but Nelson's a hell of a pitcher. And Tim Morehouse, who not only is our Olympian, won the silver medal in fencing, and will go to London and represent not only his country, but as he told me in an email recently, represent Brandeis University when he is in the Olympics yet again. So that's the family that you join today. And I'll just tell you quickly, for each of you, there is someone else in that family who you don't know yet, but you will. And I base this on my time with Brandeis alumni. The 2 common threads from all Brandeis alumni I've met around the country, indeed around the world. One is I ask them, how many of your Brandeis classmates are you still in touch with? And they say some version of some, most, or all of my best friends or my friends I made at Brandeis. So someplace in this room, someplace on campus, are friends who will be lifelong friends. They will celebrate the good things in life, and they will help get you through the hard things in life. Hard to imagine who they are right now, but they're there in this room. For many of you, I will tell you also just from the numbers of Brandeis alumni, for many of you, there's a spouse in this room. We consider ourselves a full-service university. No pressure, I'm just saying. As they say in New Jersey, I'm not saying, I'm just saying. And also, what alumni tell me is that for each of them, at least one, usually more than one professor who was a life-changing experience. Someplace on this campus right now is a professor who is going to change the way you see the world and change your life and change your outlook. And that, too, is something that is part of the Brandeis family that you will take with you for the rest of your life. So let me conclude with 2 inevitable words of advice, one for the parents, one for the students. For the parents, kids don't have to listen to this. You have trusted us with your child. That is a sacred trust, and we take it as same. We will take good care of your kids, and they will take good care of us. But what I will tell you to take with you on the way home is that overwhelmingly, in addition to all the things you've read on the website, all the things you've done in preparation, kids here enjoy being part of Brandeis. This underslept, over-caffeinated group over here is an example of the energy level that your kids are part of. And they talk about being Brandeisians, and they own that with great pride. You have made a wonderful decision, and it's a trust well placed. To the students, you have all been so fully welcomed that I need not add any words of welcome. So let me add the following. You've had a chance already to meet many of your fellow classmates. They are very impressive people. And somewhere inside, maybe now, maybe later in the term, you are apt to have a small moment of doubt. This is the home phone call on a rainy Sunday when you say they've made a terrible mistake. Everybody else belongs here. Why did they let me in? Let me tell you something. The Dean of Admissions makes no mistakes. Every one of you richly belongs here and deserves to be here. And if you ever run out of confidence in yourselves, then you borrow some of mine, because I got more than enough for each and every one of you with a little left over. Class of 2015, you have hit the ground running. Don't ever stop. God bless you all.